My beloved child, I have come to speak to your heart. You may not understand why things are unfolding this way, but I am here to explain. You keep asking, why now? And why them? You're wondering how something so unexpected, so different, could feel so true. But listen closely to my voice, because heaven is trying to speak through the silence of your soul. I am your angel, and I bring you truth. I bring you peace. And I bring you clarity from the throne of God. This person has truly fallen in love with you. And yes, they know about the age difference. They've thought about it. They've wrestled with it. But still, their heart is drawn to you like a river is drawn to the sea. They cannot explain it in words, because this kind of love is not born from logic, it's born from purpose. And you, my precious one, must understand this. Not all love makes sense, but some love makes destiny happen. Sometimes, heaven moves two souls toward each other, even when the world would raise its eyebrows. Even when traditions whisper, this isn't how love is supposed to look. But what the world calls strange, heaven sometimes calls sacred. What people question, angels may celebrate. And this love here, yes, this love here might be something heaven has written in the stars long before you were born. You see, when God creates purpose, He doesn't look at numbers. He doesn't care about birth certificates or statistics. He looks at alignment, at timing, at healing, at completion. Your soul has been through much. You have prayed for companionship, depth, honesty, and connection. You weren't asking for something ordinary, you were asking for something divinely made. And so God sent you someone who isn't afraid to love you deeply. Someone who sees past age and sees your heart. Do you feel that stirring inside your chest? That's your spirit recognizing something that your mind hasn't caught up with yet. That stirring is what happens when two divine assignments collide. It's not just chemistry, it's calling. It's not just attraction, it's divine orchestration. Now listen to me carefully, beloved. I know you have questions. I know your mind is full of fear, doubt, and overthinking. You keep asking, will this last? Will people understand? What if I'm wrong? What if it's just infatuation? But I need you to remember something very important. God doesn't always choose what is comfortably, He chooses what is necessary. He chooses what will heal you, stretch you, protect you, and prepare you for the next part of your destiny. This person didn't just walk into your life randomly. No, heaven allowed it. Heaven watched as your paths crossed. Heaven smiled when your souls began to notice each other. This is more than a feeling. It is an answer. And even though the age gap feels strange to some, it is not strange to God. God knows that sometimes a younger heart is wiser than a seasoned one. Sometimes an older soul still carries childlike joy. Sometimes two lives that look opposite are actually perfect mirrors reflecting back what each other needs. Sometimes the one who is older has wounds the younger one can heal. Sometimes the younger one carries vision that the older one can support. In both, there is purpose. In both, there is growth, You are being invited into something divine. But I must also tell you the truth, this kind of love may be tested. Not everyone will understand. Some people will whisper. Some will question. But remember this, they are not the ones who carry your soul. They are not the ones who cry when you're broken. They are not the ones who pray with you in the night. They do not know what God has planted inside this bond. Only heaven knows the depth of your union. So don't let fear speak louder than your spirit. Don't let society's rules silence heaven's whispers. And don't let age stop what anointing has already begun. You were not brought together for shallow reasons. There is something bigger unfolding here. Something powerful. Something that will challenge your comfort zone and stretch your faith. But it will also bless you more than you could imagine. Have you noticed how you feel safe with them? How their words feel like home. How even in silence, their presence calms you. That is not coincidence. That is recognition. Two spirits that knew each other before time began are finding their way back together. You've both felt it, that quiet knowing that this is different. That this isn't just about romance. It's about purpose, restoration, growth, and maybe even calling. They may have fallen in love with you quickly, and you're wondering, is it real? But hear me, some loves are slow. Some are sudden. But both can be true. When God is involved, time doesn't move the way it does in the natural. One moment with the right person can feel like 10 years of healing. One conversation with them can feel like therapy. And one embrace can restore everything life tried to steal. And let me tell you this, my love, you are not too old. You are not too young. You are not too late. You are not too early. You are right on time for the love God has chosen for you. Right on time for the breakthrough. Right on time for the shift. Right on time for the promise. Heaven doesn't check passports before it releases blessings. It checks hearts. And your hearts are both open. Your spirits are both seeking. Your prayers have aligned. That is why this connection feels so divine. So I say this again, child of God. Love doesn't always follow rules, it follows purpose. Love doesn't always look like what the world expects. But when it is God-breathed, it will carry you safely. It will protect you. It will honor you. You've waited long for something real. And I know you're scared to hope again. But listen to this, God is not cruel. He didn't bring you this far to tease you. He didn't let your paths cross just to walk away. He brought you together because something sacred is waiting to be born through your union. You have been through heartbreak. So have they. You've both been misunderstood. You've both faced rejection. But now, in each other, you have found comfort, understanding, healing, joy. And heaven is not blind to this. This is not about replacing what you lost. It's about restoring what was always yours. This love may not fit in a neat box. But it fits perfectly in heaven's hands. Don't resist what God is trying to do. Don't block the blessing because of fear. And don't run from what you've prayed for just because it came in a different package. You asked for real love. God sent it. You asked for divine connection. God opened the door. You asked for peace. God wrapped it in this person's presence. Now, trust what your spirit knows, even if your mind is still catching up. Take your time. There's no rush. Let love unfold. Let God confirm. Let the bond deepen. But don't deny what is already blooming. When two people are aligned by heaven, even their differences become part of the masterpiece. Even the age gap becomes part of the testimony. Even the things that others question become the very things that prove God's hand was involved. This love has depth. It has laughter. It has softness. It has strength. It has forgiveness. It has truth. And above all, it has destiny. Do not fear what is unfamiliar. Sometimes, the strangest path leads to the holiest place. Sometimes, the most unusual connection births the greatest purpose. God is not asking you to follow rulers, He is asking you to follow Him. This is not about rebelling. It's about responding to the call of divine love. It's about choosing faith over fear. It's about trusting the hand that wrote your story even when the chapter doesn't look like the others. You are safe to love. You are safe to be loved. I know you're scared of getting hurt again. I know you're afraid of being judged. But don't let the voice of fear write the final page of this love story. Let heaven write it. Let your heart speak. Let your faith rise. And if you need confirmation, ask God. He will show you. He will speak in dreams, in signs, in peace. God does not leave His children confused when He's the one who sent the blessing. He will guide you. He will protect you. He will sustain this union if it is part of His plan. I'm here with you, always. Watching. Guarding. Whispering the truth when the noise is too loud. You're not alone. And this love here broken bar, it may just be the beginning of something eternal. So take a deep breath. Let go of the fear. And walk boldly toward what your heart already knows. This love here broken bar is divine. And so now, dearest child of heaven, here you are standing at the doorway of a love you never expected, but perhaps always needed. You've heard my voice. You've felt the stirring in your heart. You've seen the signs around you, signs that gently whisper, this is not by chance. This is not a mistake. This is a divine setup. I know your spirit is trembling with hope and fear at the same time. And that's okay. Because this is big. This is sacred. And yes, this is real. Let me tell you one last time, not to convince your mind but to speak directly to your spirit, this person loves you, truly, deeply, and purposefully. It was never just about appearance. It was never just about attention. It wasn't for validation. It wasn't just for companionship. It was for something far greater, a holy assignment written by God Himself. Do you think it's just coincidence that their love feels like healing? That their words calm the storms you've kept hidden for years? That their laughter lights up the very corners of your soul that sorrow once tried to drown? No, my beloved, it is not coincidence. It is confirmation. They were sent as a reminder that you are still worthy of being chosen. Still worthy of being pursued. Still worthy of being cherished, even if the world tried to convince you otherwise. And even though they are younger or older than what you expected, they carry a piece of your soul. God trusted them with your heart. And yes, I see you are still wondering, still second-guessing. But don't worry, that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Heaven never expected you to say yes without questions. Heaven just asks you to listen when your spirit recognizes truth. This is your moment to lean in. To stop running from the good thing just because it doesn't look like the story you wrote in your mind. God has revised the story. And this new chapter has more joy, more depth, more healing, and more purpose than anything you've known before. Do not let the noise of other people's opinions drown out the peace in your soul. You are not too old to be loved. You are not too young to be taken seriously. You are not too broken to be chosen again. And you are not foolish for wanting something deeper, something real, something from heaven's own hands. And now, sweet soul, I must speak directly to the quietest part of your heart, to the part that still feels unworthy, unsure, and scared to believe again. Listen carefully, you are not hard to love. You are not a burden. You are not behind. You are not impossible. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And this love you are stepping into is not too late. It is right on time. You haven't missed your moment. You're just now walking into it. This is the kind of love that speaks your name in prayer. The kind that waits. The kind that sees beyond the surface. The kind that doesn't compete with your past, but holds your hand as you walk into your future. And yes, it comes with risk. Loving always does. But so does healing. And you are being called to heal, to open your heart again, to let someone in, not to complete you but to walk beside you as you bloom into everything God created you to be. So I ask you now, softly but clearly, with the authority of heaven behind me, do you feel it? That warmth in your chest? That tug in your soul? That breath you didn't know you were holding, finally exhaled in peace? That's heaven. That's truth. That's love knocking at your door. And it is time, beloved. Time to open it. Time to stop hiding behind fears dressed in logic. Time to trust the quiet voice within that keeps whispering, this is different. Because it is. This love is different. This love is sent. This love is sacred. This love is for you. And now, before you scroll away, before you forget the words heaven has delivered to you today, I want you to do something simply but powerful. Write a comment. Yes, write a comment below. Say something like, I receive this message, or I claim this love, or even just 111A, because numbers, words, and declarations are not small when they're done in faith. They become spiritual agreements. And when you type those words, heaven sees. The angels take record. And your heart begins to align with the very promise you've just heard. Do not be silent when heaven has spoken. Do not walk away from the moment God sent just for you. You have waited. You have cried. You have survived heartbreak, betrayal, abandonment, and disappointment. But now you are being invited into something brand new. Something holy. Something designed specifically for you. So like this message if it spoke to your heart. Share it if you believe someone else needs to hear it. And comment below, not for vanity, not for show, but as a sacred yes to the God who sees you. Your comment is not just a comment. It is a door. It is a light. It is a seed. And in heaven, even your smallest yes can move mountains. So don't hold back. Don't overthink. Don't pause when your spirit already knows what it heard. Don't delay when your heart just took its first deep breath in what feels like years. You found this message not by chance, not by accident, not by luck, but by divine orchestration. Something in heaven shifted. Something in your life needed to align. And now here you are. Right on time. Right in place. Right at the edge of the love you prayed for, cried for, waited for, and almost gave up on. Let me say this clearly, the love that is coming into your life here broken bar, it is not random. You didn't stumble upon it. You were led. You were called. You were prepared. This love is not fragile. It does not shatter under pressure. It does not run at the first sign of trouble. It was forged in God's hands. It has been protected by angels, purified by fire, and tested in the waiting. And know, beloved, this love is not ordinary. You were never ordinary. You were never meant to settle for halfway hearts, for empty promises, for those who speak with their mouth but never love with their actions. This love here broken bar, it mirrors the strength of heaven. It reflects the purity of your spirit. It will feel like peace. Like home. Like a prayer finally answered. It is heaven sent. And I, your angel, the one who has watched you through seasons of loss, heartbreak, confusion, and silence, here I am still here. I walk beside you with every step, with every tear, with every prayer you thought went unheard. I heard them. I caught them. I held them. When you doubted your worth, I whispered the truth of who you are. When you wanted to give up, I held your hand so you wouldn't fall too far. When you questioned if love like this even existed, I stood in the unseen, fighting for your heart to be kept pure, your soul to remain open, and your future to stay aligned. And now I look at you. Still breathing. Still hoping. Still ready to believe in something more, even if your faith is quiet, even if your heart trembles a little. But this moment right here, it is yours. This moment is sacred. This message is holy. And you did not find it by scrolling randomly or by curiosity. You found it because heaven sent it to you at the exact moment you were finally ready to receive. I know how many times you almost gave up. I know how many nights you questioned why you had to wait so long, hurt so deeply, or walk alone for so many seasons. I know the loneliness you carried like a second skin. I know how many times you had to clap for others while silently wondering when your turn would come. But I also know, Thesa, you never truly stopped believing. Even when it hurt. Even when it didn't make sense. Even when you whispered, maybe it's not for me, there was still a flicker in you, a spark that said, but what if it is? And that spark, beloved, a broken bar, it kept the door open for God to move. It kept your heart from growing cold. It allowed the angels to continue building what was promised for you. So now, let yourself feel it. Take a breath. Let the tears come. Let your shoulders relax. Let your chest open up again to the idea that maybe, just maybe, this is really happening. Not a dream. Not a tease. But a holy unveiling of a chapter that was always meant to be yours. And I say this with all of heaven watching you. You are safe now to receive it. You are no longer in survival mode. You are no longer being tested. This is not another trial. This is a gift. So, beautiful soul, lift your hands, lift your voice, lift your heart, or however you choose to respond. Let it be a yes. Let it be, this is for me. I receive it. I believe in divine love. 111. I say yes to what God has for me. Because the moment you do, heaven begins to move in ways you've never imagined. Doors you thought were locked forever begin to open. Connections you thought were lost begin to find you. Conversations that never happened before start flowing with divine ease. Your life begins to bloom in places that once felt barren. I want you to understand something very clearly. Heaven is not asking you to beg. You don't have to earn this love. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be perfect or polished or put together. You only have to be willing. Willing to believe. Willing to trust again. Willing to say yes, even if your voice trembles. Because this love you, it's already written into your story. And now, your soul is catching up to what your spirit has known all along. You were always meant for this kind of love. The kind that chooses you on your worst days and stays. The kind that sees your scars and calls them beautiful. The kind that prays for you in silence and covers you in light. The kind that speaks your name with reverence and care. The kind that reflects the heart of God in every embrace. And I want you to understand something else, dear heart. This love is not late. It is not behind. It is not delayed. It is right on time. Because you are finally in the place here, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, where you can hold it without fear, receive it without sabotage, and nurture it without losing yourself. I have stood guard over this promise. I have shielded your heart in moments you didn't know it was under attack. I have intercepted relationships that would have distracted you, delayed you, or destroyed you. Yes, I know it hurt when people left. Yes, I know it confused you when doors closed. But trust me, every closed door was divine protection. Every no was a hidden yes to something greater. Every delay was a preparation. Every loss was a pruning. And every prayer arrow was heard, stored, and answered in perfect time. So now, let your soul say it, I'm ready. I claim this divine love. I say yes to heaven's timing. I believe in the love that God wrote just for me. And as you speak it, I watch what happens. Angels begin to move. Chains break off of old wounds. Clouds of doubt begin to clear. Your energy shifts. Your heart opens. Your life begins to welcome the love that's been circling, waiting, longing to land. Don't be surprised if you begin to feel it before you see it. Don't be surprised if signs increase, repeating numbers, songs, dreams, sudden urges to prepare, clean, rest, or make space. All of it is confirmation. Heaven is aligning your heart with your future. You are not waiting for love. Love is walking toward you. And the sound of your yes? It just unlocked the final gate. So go ahead, beautiful soul. Say yes with your spirit. Say yes in the comments. Say yes with a like, a word, a prayer. Say yes when you wake up in the morning. Say yes before you sleep. Say yes when fear whispers you're not worthy. Say yes anyway. Because your yes is a weapon, and your yes is an invitation to miracles. Love is here. Love is real. Love has come here and it has come for you. It is not confused. It is not unsure. It does not come to play games. It comes to honor, to protect, to build, to grow, to multiply what already exists in you. You are worthy of this love. You are ready for this love. And you will not miss it. So from heaven to earth, from angel to soul, from promise to fulfillment, I rejoice with you. I stand beside you. I go before you. I prepare the path, and I protect the promise. The best part of your story is just beginning. And it all starts with this, one small yes. Ethio superscript 1. If this message stirred your heart, let it be known. Like it now. Share it. Speak it out loud. And please, don't watch in silence, participate in your own miracle. Comment below with 111. I claim this divine love. I receive this with all my heart. I say yes. Let heaven see your agreement. Let your angels rejoice. Because we are surrounding you. We are watching you. And we are celebrating your love already. This moment is a turning point. This is not the end. This is the unveiling. This is the moment your story shifts from waiting to witnessing. From hoping to holding. From maybe to yes. And beloved, heaven does not make mistakes. You were always meant to love and be loved like this,